that looked like a bit of a jump. It was a bit weird, a bit of a technical thing because it stopped recording. So he was talking about his knee injury, and it also almost ended his career, and that's where we were.
Yeah. As a comic, I was never a good footballer. Let me just be clear.
As a comic.
I had a really bad knee injury, and I was looking at a complete knee reconstruction, which would have basically put me out of work for about 8 months or so. And I got a different few options, and everyone was giving me their own opinion, and different physios and doctors and all that kind of stuff. And I decided to kind of try and out-train it so I didn't have to get a knee reconstruction, and it worked. Like it's not perfect, but it's I don't have to get a knee reconstruction, so I still have to keep going to the gym constantly and stuff like that. But without knee injury aside, I didn't realise how much like exercise affects your mental state as opposed to just your physical, you know, knee injury. And that was the most important thing. And now I go, even if I'm on tour all the time, I'm always on the road, I make time to go minimum 2 times a week, 3 times a week ideally, if I've got time, and I'm in Dublin 4 times a week. And if you're not into the gym or whatever, but there's a direct connection between like your life going well and what you eat and how you exercise. Like they're all connected. I'm not perfect. Like if you look at my Instagram, I'm like the worst person with food. I love food. I love like junk food, but I try and offset that with going to the gym a little bit, you know what I mean? And meditating a little bit, and trying to, like, I gig pretty much 7 nights a week, and I was working at a level for years, and like it was completely unsustainable, you know what I mean? And I had to take a bit of a mental break. And even you can work at that level if you're looking after yourself in other ways, but if you're not looking after yourself and you're working 7 days a week and you're stressed out of your mind, it's only ever going to go one way. You know,
that's the whole thing with that as well, is that you're looking at next year, and you're looking at next year's show while you're doing this year's show. So like your brain uses more energy than pretty much any other part of your body because it's just running on oxygen and sugar. So like if you're psychologically kind of switched on the whole time, you know, it's exhausting.
It is. And like stress is the biggest killer. Like, you know what I mean? It's especially in my industry, like a couple of people I know have had heart attacks that are my age. You know, people have passed away that are only a couple of years older than me, and it's a combination of lifestyle and stuff like that. But stress is the big one for everyone all over the world, and I think it's something that you need to manage. You can control your food and your exercise, but if you're not looking after your stress, then neither of those things are really going to matter much, you know.
And it is, and you can take so much control over the stresses in your life by focusing on them and understanding what they are, and then deciding whether you're gonna, you know, whether you're gonna help your body to release those cortisol levels and to get worked up and stressed, or what you're gonna do is you're gonna say, actually, do you know what? This doesn't really matter. I posted a video a while back and I got thousands and thousands of views on it. It was on stress and how to control stress in your life and within yourself with one question: will this matter when I'm 90? And so many people sent me back messages saying it won't matter in an hour. Like a lot of these stresses won't matter in an hour's time because we let go of it. You know, somebody cuts you out in the car, cuts across you when you're driving into work, and you know the kids are back in school and traffic is crap and it's raining out, and you're kind of getting all worked up over all these little bits and pieces, but they don't matter. They're not going to matter at lunchtime. So we can kind of let go of them. But you know,
if you're sweating the small stuff and you're losing it, which I have loads of times, particularly in traffic, like serious, like road rage, it's usually an indicator that there's something bigger going on, and there's something else that's not being addressed. Do you know what I mean? People don't flip out and like smash keyboards because they spilled a bit of coffee on their desk. You know what I mean? There's usually a whole thing going on, and it's about identifying it as well and talking to different people as well. And you know, I just think being more open. I'm really, one good thing with all the stuff that's happening in the last couple of years and with social media is that people are being a lot more open about anxiety and stress and stuff like that. And I think you need to talk with it. We have so many options now to deal with it. Like 10, 15 years ago, or you know, if you had anxiety or stuff, like I used to get panic attacks when I was about 20, I think I was about 22, and no one really talked about panic attacks. So I just said nothing for a year. I just internalized them. And it was honestly the worst year of my life. And eventually I went to my GP and I was like, I keep feeling like this. And they're like, yeah, well, you're having panic attacks. And I think they gave me beta blockers for like a couple of weeks. But I don't even think that was the thing. It was more actually speaking about it. And touch wood, I haven't had one since. But like, I wasted a year of my life with this relentless stress and getting these anxiety attacks for no reason. Like I'd be sitting in the cinema, I could be driving, and it would just coming out of nowhere. I don't know what they're about. I was obviously stressed subliminally, but I didn't speak to anyone about it. And I'd encourage anyone, if they're ever feeling anything, like just deal with your stuff sooner rather than later.
Yeah, don't let it build up, because it builds up and then you have the stress of whatever's causing it. It can be money worries, or it can be anything at all, and then it builds into something else, and then you've got relationship issues because you haven't been talking about it and you've caused problems because you're trying to hide the fact that you have money problems, or and then they kind of build on top of each other and they snowball, and it just gets way too big.
Yeah, stress just creates stress.
Yeah.
And I think it's good to kind of try and deal with one thing at a time, and just try and like there's solutions to everything. You know what I mean? But I like talking. If you don't talk about any of the problems or acknowledge them in the first place, what can you do? You can't even begin to deal with it if you can't acknowledge that it's happening. You know.
Cool. So going forward, like I said earlier in the video, or in the previous version of this video, because there's an extra bit now because technology. Danny's putting his LinkedIn page together, his LinkedIn profile page together. There's so many people that are connected with me on LinkedIn, or that are going to see this video, that will have all the best tips and tricks in the whole world for Danny, for getting his profile up to code. You already have.
We're doing it.
We got decent headshots.
Yeah, of course.
He has decent headshots, so we have that bit done. But I'm going to help him put his profile together today.
We're starting fresh, brand new. I think I have one from years ago, but it's like a Bebo account. It's like
the original Tinder.
Dormant,
so we're going to put his account together, and together that's what we're going to do today, because I'm on holidays for a week after today, and we are going to put that together. But make sure to give Danny send him a connection request, because he'd love to be connected to all these different people.
That's their connection request as opposed to friend request.
This is networking 2019. This is us putting Danny out there.
I don't want to be your friend. I want to be your connector.
Your connector. I want to be connected. Give Danny a shout. Lots of his content is all on social media. He's on Instagram as DOB Comedy.
Yeah, same on Twitter, and my website's DannyO'BrienComedy.com.
And there will be a link on his website to his LinkedIn page once he gets it up, because it's important to get.
I'll put them across all my mediums. That's what I need, another medium.
Yeah, so he's looking for tips and tricks on getting his LinkedIn profile up to code. So anywhere you can see Danny, as well as you can see him, he does loads of corporate gigs. Really, really cool corporate gigs. I've emceed a corporate gig that he was performing at.
Yeah, that was exciting.
On a couch with the shortest microphone lead in the whole world.
Literally a foot-long microphone lead. It was like a tethered pony.
Tethered My Little Pony. So you can follow him on any of Danny's social media, DOB Comedy. Get on DannyO'BrienComedy.com. He is also going to be on LinkedIn, and I'm going to tag him in this post as well. So make sure that you give him a follow, connection request, or even just say hello and welcome to LinkedIn. Let's get the LinkedIn community behind Danny. So have a great day, guys. It's Happy Friday, and enjoy your weekend. Don't forget, 27th of this month, I am talking at the Networking Summit in the Carlton Hotel in Dublin Airport. Don't mind the video that I did for the Networking Summit that said I was in the Clayton Hotel, because I got the name wrong, and I always get the name wrong, because I never know my arse from my elbow, as they say here. Right, so you can have a great weekend. Any questions or comments, throw them below, or that way, or somewhere, and enjoy your weekend.
Thanks for watching.
Now it's a bit like the news where they show on paper.
Apparently they say rhubarb, and that's what makes it look like you're talking all the time. Do you know that?
I need better friends.
There you go.
Have a good weekend, people.